drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Red Iron with the gang now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the New York Giants. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd and inches.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man. It's Mims. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. To throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 20-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
It's 3rd down.
Here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass 2, both in the arsenal. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
A 22-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He gets away from one. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants nothing.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
Number 34.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
He's brought down
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This is out quickly to the right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Josie Jewell.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
For the extra point.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes this Washington 17. Giants nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Deron Payne able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's now 3rd down.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes this Washington 24. Giants nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Giants 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. With it on the return is Logan. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Logan on the return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21
and now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
First down, Washington.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At the 8.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. With it on the return is Logan. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Now left side on the swing pass. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
31. Giants.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Tucker McCann.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 20. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
1st and 10 at the 14.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Cook stripped. The ball's out. The Giants on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 11. Sliding out of the pocket. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Open man here, Sims complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Washington 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It'll buy some time right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
42-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good.
Is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Ready? Cowboy! What's the run? They're running it.
Today's finals, Washington.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.